Good morning. Today is day 25, I believe, of my 80-day trip. I'm still with Chef Sergey, who says he'll take me to St. Petersburg or Velikiy Novgorod. Right now we're in his car, driving out of Moscow. I'm so glad I'm getting a ride without having to wait on the side of the road in Moscow, since it looks like a difficult city to find a good spot to hitch out of. He's actually going to Velikiy first, which means we're headed westward out of Moscow. I guess I'll be with the same driver for quite a while, so I'll post another update once I'm in a different car. See you later.
So Sergey was actually going to go out of his way to drive me all the way to Petersburg, but I couldn't let him do that because he helped me out so much already. So he actually had to go to Velikiy to renew a contract or something like that. So after he signed the contract or whatever, he was going to go all the way to Petersburg, which is way out of the way, literally 8 hours out of the way, and then he would have to drive all the way back to Moscow. So I just felt so bad if I let him do that, so I decided to get off at Rzhev, which is right where the highway splits towards Rzhev and Tver. I need to get to Tver and then change highways at Tver, right before I get into the city. And right before I get into the city of Tver, or town, I don't know how big of a place it is, then I need to get on the other highway that's headed to St. Petersburg. So right now I am on my way to where the highway splits. Hopefully I'm on the right path here, because if not, I don't know what to do, because my GPS might be wrong, and then this might be a completely wrong decision that I made. But I think I'm on the right path. I just need to find a good spot to hitch from. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, but it is a little bit overcast. Hopefully it won't rain, because if it does, I don't have an umbrella, I don't have anything, so I might not be able to hitchhike anywhere, since all my electronic things might not survive the rain, depending on how hard the rain is. But anyway, I'm just rambling on now, because I'm a little bit bored. But I see the sign, and it's about 20 kilometers to Tver. I think I can make it. It's only 20 kilometers. And then from Tver, I can hitchhike to Petersburg, which will be a long way, actually. Which would be pretty... Oh, never mind, it's not 20 kilometers, it's 120 kilometers. Yeah, I can still totally do that, 120 kilometers. So yes, 120 kilometers to there, and then it'll be St. Petersburg, probably another 700 or 800 miles. 700, 800 kilometers, not miles, I'm sorry. Okay, so I just got picked up outside of Rzhev, and then I'm going towards Tver. highways to get to St. Petersburg. So, and that was about 20 minutes of waiting. А как вас зовут? Андрей. So my driver's name is Андрей. А вы живете здесь? Rzhev вы живете? Okay, so he lives in Rzhev. And he's taking me to a better place to hitch from because right now...
Это мы сейчас в Tver, а потом...
Да. Okay. Alright, so I just got a ride out of Rzhev towards Tver. I think he's going to... Вы ездите до Tver?
Да.
Okay, so he's going to Tver, but I don't need to go to the city, so... yeah, I think everything's good for so far, and I'll be able to switch highways to get to Petersburg. Maybe by tonight if I'm lucky. If not, then I can always pitch my tent somewhere on the highway or something like that and get there in the morning tomorrow. But if there's still light, I think it'll be doable to get there by tonight or early tomorrow morning, like 1 or 2 a.m. if there's still light outside. А как вас зовут?
Вот.
Vlad. So, my driver's name is Vlad. He's going to Tver. А вы живете здесь или...
Я в Московской области живу.
Да.
В маленьком городке я ездил
Да,
на
окей.
кордон
Да.
на западе был.
Окей.
На западе области был.
I see. А вы ездите до Тверь для работы или...
Не, я в отпуске.
Отпуск?
Там у меня три девчонки,
Ага.
3 дочки
Да.
и жена.
Да.
Да, она тверская, и поэтому...
Тверь? Окей.
А в Тверь вам куда?
Мне не надо Тверь, я буду ехать до Питер. Okay. Alright, so we were just stopped on the road by the police, and the driver apparently got really drunk last night, so when they did like the breathalyzer test, it came out positive, so he has a bit of a problem. And while he was stopped, there was another person who was also stopped by the police, but there's no problem with him, so, and he's going to Tver, so I'm going with him towards Tver, and everything's okay, aside from the minor delay that I had. А как вас зовут?
Владимир.
Владимир. А как вас зовут? Владимир?
Полина.
Полина. Полина. Okay. Очень красивое имя. So, they are going in my direction. Everything's on track. Hopefully I'll be able to get there by tonight, if not tomorrow morning. So, I hope it works out. Finally got a ride out of, oh my god, I don't remember the village name. Tver, yes, it was Tver, and then headed towards St. Petersburg. I think I waited about half an hour, which isn't too bad actually, but I did have to walk quite a bit to find a good spot to hitch from. Now my back is kind of killing me, but it's okay. I think I probably walked about like 5 kilometers or so with my backpack. And it was really warm, of course. But yeah, got a ride that's going to St. Petersburg with a truck driver. Как вас зовут? Alexei. Okay, so another truck driver named Alexei. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the names are repeating in Russia, so in any case, Petersburg will be the last city, and I guess sometime around next week I'll be in Finland,